named Carlton Johnson that used to play linebacker with us as well.
Right.
He had committed to Auburn coming out, and he came up with a nickname when it was the three of us, and now it's just me and him. So.
Okay. When Shaq went out, I think people started looking at that and saying, okay, the experience level way down. Rodney's coming off an injury from last year, and now you got these two guys who really, like I said, nobody really knows who they are. Has the season, and especially last week, do you think that's done a lot for you guys in terms of your personal confidence and that sort of thing?
Yeah, it has. It's boosted us both personally on the field and mentally and physically, like every aspect of our game. I mean, every game Coach Johnson told me I've improved. Every game he's told me that Josh has improved. He tells us in the meeting room how we're grading out, and we've been grading out pretty high, me and him both. And the others are coming along as well with us. And he says that it's kind of surprising how like in practice, we get some stuff wrong, but in the game it's like we get it right on the day of game day and stuff. So it kind of scares him, but at the same time, him just knowing that we're growing each game.
Yeah. What's your favorite moment from this past weekend's game against Alabama? Your personal favorite moment?
I think when we snuffed out that fake field goal, because that would have been a big momentum swing if they'd have got it. I mean, plays like that can turn the momentum just like that. So I think that when we snuffed out that fake field goal, that really put the game away.
Yeah. A lot of people will probably worry that South Carolina, they're not used to beating a number one team in the country. Their heads are gonna blow up and they're going to go to Kentucky and maybe be vulnerable. What do you say to that when you hear that sort of thing?
Well, we got that out of our system Saturday when we all celebrated in the locker room and everything. Like I said, we came out here today with one thing on our mind, and that's Randall Cobb. So. We're looking forward to stopping him and their offense. I mean, their offense is pretty good. You've seen they put up numbers. They've been there in the games, and their defense is coming along. And we don't want to be the game where they get it all going together.
I know you were probably already asking about him, but I mean, is he a guy, Cobb, that you just have to find on the field because they use him so many different ways?
Yeah, you do. I mean, like I said, he's really athletic. He's a guy who can stretch the field in so many ways. Like I said, he's lined up at quarterback for them, receiver. A few times he's been back there at running back, and then it's like they run the Wildcat with him, but he's an ex-quarterback, so it's like it can easily turn into the zone read offense like that. So.
Is there any comparison to Newton whatsoever? I know he's not nearly as big, but just in terms of what he does and stopping a running quarterback.
Yeah, like I told someone earlier, I think he's more of a Michael Vick type guy who wants to get you in the open field and put a move to you more than to lower his shoulder or anything like that. But I've seen him lower his shoulder a few times, but not to like linebackers or D linemen or anything like Cam did with us. Did you
get to see any of the Auburn-Kentucky game this past weekend?
Actually, I did. He almost won the game for them single-handedly himself. They had one drive where they tied it up, but it's just that Cam Newton, he's something else. So he drove Auburn down the field and they pulled out the W. But like I said, Cobb is a pretty good offensive player. He does so much for them.
Having played Auburn, seeing what they did and the kind of problems they gave you guys, and then seeing how Kentucky responded to that, and does that tell you, kind of elevates your opinion of Kentucky? Yeah,
it kind of does. I think what we've been doing is just looking at the Auburn film, a couple of fits that went wrong, and that's what we did for Alabama's Wildcat. We took what we messed up in Auburn when they was running their zone read with Cam. Even though he's more of a quarterback type than a running back, same as with Cobb, he's more of a quarterback type than a running back. We just look at what we did wrong with Auburn, and we take it over to Alabama, and now we're taking it over to Kentucky to try to get the same fits right and the same reads.
What was it like after the game and then yesterday, just enjoying what had happened with Pete's students, everybody congratulating us?
It felt good. We felt good. Everyone telling us we did great. Hearing how good and well we played. But we just wanted to remind everyone as they congratulate us that we still got Kentucky. And like I said earlier in the interview, I don't want Kentucky to get it all going together and we be the team that they finally beat.
I don't think they ever found the weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Is that?
Nah, that's because they're over here.
You guys actually exist, right?
Yeah, me and Josh. People see the depth chart, they see 201, but I really weigh more than that. I weigh about 215 to say, and I'm still gaining more weight as the season goes. It's just at that moment in time, I had lost so much weight because I was taking this new medication I started for school and stuff. But me and him are over here the weapons of mass destruction, so they can come from Iraq and stop looking.
Speaking of hidden weapons, can the two of you guys walk around campus and not be bothered, or do people recognize you for who you are?
A few people recognize us for who we are, and then we got a few people who come up and ask us, hey, aren't you those two that started Saturday against Alabama? You know, so some people still figuring out. Some got us figured out from when we came in from GMC and stuff.
It's only been one day, but are more people recognizing you now?
Yeah, more people are starting to recognize. I mean, I had a few people recognize me from the Southern Miss game, and then the Furman game, and the Georgia game, and then Shaq came back for the Auburn game and stuff. But yeah, people are starting to recognize who we are and everything.
Is this kind of becoming the norm for linebackers here? Shaq steps in for Rodney last year. You step in for Shaq. You're just picking it up and doing the best you can with a season ending.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's horrible to hear that one of our guys go down, but it's good to know that there's a solid backup. It's like Coach Johnson said, Shaq's the quarterback of the defense. In every good offense, there's a good backup for that good quarterback, and I'm just trying to be that good backup for Shaq.
Did you learn something